What's up, you guys? Idiot Fliptroniks. We're going to be giving you guys the top 10 best new iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus games to come out this month. I'm going to leave links in the description, you guys, for all these games, and I definitely appreciate if you hit that like button. But anyways, Titanfall Assault is going to be my top game of choice. It's a multiplayer-based, action strategy game. This game is awesome. I've played the console version of, Titanfall, and I think this is a really cool port over to mobile. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy some of the gameplay on it. It is very cool, and, I definitely think you guys got to give this one a download. It is free, too, and it is getting a ton of traction right now, lots of downloads on it. So you can do some cool things in this, you guys, but it is a building type of game where you're just building your force up and attacking your opponent. You can zoom in and out, and obviously you've got your Titan. You can set up some cool kind of like turrets and stuff. You've got missiles you can launch. There's all kinds of cool stuff in this game, you guys, but, this is definitely one of... this is definitely a kind of style of game that I really love. So, matches last about 4 minutes, so when you guys are playing somebody, they'll go for about 4 minutes. I'm going to wait for the Titan to come in. The Titans are really cool in this game, you guys. They're pretty much just mech warrior, characters, but they're obviously, powerful. Let's throw a sentry in here. Throw some more soldiers in here. Alright, so it looks like our Titan's about to be finished. Alright, so we got the Titan coming in just a second. Here we go. Alright, so I just want to show you guys the Titan, what it looks like, and, there he is right there. So I got that little zoom right here. But that's pretty much it, you guys. I really think you need to give this one a download, though. It is totally cool. I want to keep this list moving along, but Titanfall Assault, like I said, is one of my top games of choice. Okay, Raycrisis. This game is like an arcade-style, shooting game. It is very cool, though, so, I definitely think you guys need to check it out, but it is expensive. This game's going for like $10 right now, which is pretty ridiculous. But I'll show you guys some of the gameplay on it. It is really cool. Especially if you guys are into like arcade-style shooting games, this one's definitely going to be right up your alley. I have no idea why this game is costing $10 either. I think that is a little bit ridiculous, but, hopefully they drop the price on it. All right, but anyways, you guys, it's got a good soundtrack on it. Obviously, the action in it's really cool. It almost kind of feels like a Japanese, like, anime, kind of like movie kind of style of game. That's probably the best way I could describe it. But, you have different specials you can use to attack. And the scenery in, these levels change a lot too. So, I mean, it is very detailed as far as like the scenery and stuff. So, I could definitely appreciate that. Alright, so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about with like the scenery changing and stuff. But if you guys like these kind of like arcade style shooting games, I definitely think you should check this one out. I like it, but it's got kind of a high price point. Okay, Power Hover Cruise is my next game. This game is a high score based game. It's pretty addicting. It's just kind of easy to pick up and start playing. Plus this game's free for download, you guys, so it's not going to cost you anything, and it is pretty cool. So alright, so we'll see how I do here. I put a little bit of work into this, but I don't know what my high score is right now. So literally all you're doing is going left or right, and you got to dodge a lot of, different things coming at you. It's got a good soundtrack on it too. And this is, like I said, just kind of like a simple, kind of like high score based game that, you can just kind of pick up and play. Wow, I didn't think I was going to make that, but I did. I'm doing really, oh man, I really just jinxed myself right there. All right, so like I said, this game's a really good like time killing game, and it's you know, currently free. Okay, the next game I've got in here is Retroshifter. So you know, I'm a big fan of this game. We've done quite a lot of gameplay on it, and you know, pretty much what this game is also like a high score based game where you need to, you know, change colors, you know, with your finger, and then you have to make certain moves in order to, you know, keep progressing through the game. Now, this game is, you know, very challenging. It's almost like a puzzle based game, but I was kind of saying like it feels like a futuristic sci-fi kind of like, you know, game. That's probably the best way I could describe it, but it's got a good soundtrack. I also kind of said it kind of reminded me of like the movie Tron for some reason. I'm not sure why, but maybe even like Blade Runner, just the way it looks. Alright, so I died right there, you guys, but you kind of get the idea of the style of gameplay in this one. This game is really cool, so I do recommend checking that one out too. Alright, on to our next game, which is Road Warriors. So this game I'm a big fan of. This is a, you know, kind of like an arcade, kind of like style of racing game, but there's like action in it, and, you know, it's just cool. So it's pretty unique too. This game is free for download, you guys, so it's another one that I definitely recommend checking out. Alright, so pretty much in this game you guys do like different kind of like backflips to, you know, get the turbo going, and then you pretty much just shoot any oncoming cars. There's also like ships that come at you, but the game is just really cool, you guys. I mean, it's just an awesome game. Alright, guys, so that's Road Warriors. This is another really cool game that you need to check out. So the next one we've got on here is Swim Out. Swim Out is a puzzle-based game. This one's pretty much brand new, and it's actually pretty cool. So if you guys are into puzzle games, then I definitely recommend checking this one out. It is pretty interesting. So it's like a, you know, kind of like a turn-based game where you have to make, you know, different moves one at a time. And pretty much what you guys are doing is dodging obstacles. I'll show you. So if you make the wrong move, the level starts over. So it is a puzzle-based game, you guys, but it does get pretty tricky, I'm not gonna lie. If you guys are a fan of puzzle-based games, then, you know, I definitely think this one is worth looking at. And it's got a pretty cool theme to it. I like, you know, the swimming aspect of it. So you guys can see I'm going to get to the end right here. So the first couple levels on here are pretty easy, but the game gets pretty difficult fast. I'm going to move on to the next game, you guys, but like I said, if you like puzzle-based games, that one's definitely worth checking out. So Ristar, this is a Sega port game, you know, from the original Sega. I will say we've been seeing a lot of different Sega games come to the App Store, which I think is really cool, and a lot of these have been free. I don't even think I've, you know, seen many of these be paid games, which is pretty cool. Basically what this one is you're like a star character, you know, and it's a platform jumping game. Kind of reminds me of like Sonic the Hedgehog. Alright, so we'll get into it in a second. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of like Sonic, which is really the best way I could describe it. But the character in this is pretty cool. He's got a couple different, you know, moves you guys can use for, you know, killing enemies and stuff. And, you know, it's pretty much like a Sega classic game, so... Alright, so here, this is pretty much his move right there, and then the rest of this game is platform jumping. But guys, I'm not going to spend too much time on Ristar, but, you know, like I said, kind of a bit similar to, like, a classic Sonic game. So if you guys like platform jumpers, check that one out. And Super Cat Phantom 2, this game is pretty hilarious. So this game's brand new, and it's, the game's free for download. And it's just a cat-themed game, but it's a platform jumper. This game is pretty fun, though. So we'll get into some of it. And this is actually kind of like a really cool game, you guys. I think you should check out just because it's hilarious. So it starts off with him saying, bro, get over here, and then you're kind of making your way. Alrighty guys, so that's Super Cat Phantom 2, definitely give that one a download as well. Alright, the next one we've got on here is Danmaku 3 Unlimited. So this is another arcade style based game. Really cool game, you guys. I think this one is actually a paid app as well, but you know, if you guys are into these kind of games, absolutely check this one out. There's a couple different modes in this one. There's a spirit mode and then another mode. I'll just get into some of it so you guys can see it, but definitely a really cool game. Alright, here we go, you guys. That was a little bit of the tutorial on this game, but now we'll actually be able to get into it. But like I said, this game is really cool, arcade style. You know, it's a beautiful looking game too. You guys can see it looks really nice, so... just kind of like constant shooting going on in this game. As you guys can see, it's just like non-stop craziness. So there are a couple different gameplay modes. Like I said, there's spirit mode, and then there's another one after this. Let's just take down this ship right here. Alright, you guys, I want to get on to the final game, but this is another really cool arcade-style fighting game, and it's Flippy Knife. This game's super addicting. You might have seen it because it's getting a lot of downloads, but literally all you guys do in this game is flip the knife, and there's a couple different gameplay modes in it. There's arcade, which I'll show you guys right here, and you know, you're pretty much just trying to like get high scores and continue going. as far as you can. You guys can see it looks like my high score is 42. The game is super addicting, you guys. So I mean, it's also free, but you know, I imagine this game to continue getting more and more downloads. All right, anyways, you guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there. I really hope you enjoyed this top 10 list. These games are all solid. It's what I'm playing this month, so I'll leave links in the description. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and we will see y'all later.